If you've ever wondered about drinks on Virgin Voyages, whether alcoholic or non-alcoholic drinks, in this video, I'm taking you through an entire tour of all the bars. We're going through the menus, we're going through the prices, we're going through all the different things to know. And don't forget, there's a whole other video with all the top tips about what to know about drinks. But in this video, we're going through the tour. But first, ahoy, I'm Christine Lozada. I love Virgin Voyages. I am currently on sailing number 25. This video has taken me 2 weeks to make. I'm working hard for you guys, but I'm really excited for it because we're gonna get drink. Welcome to On the Rocks. This is one of the more popular bars on the ship. We are currently located at deck 6, right at the bottom of the roundabout stair. And it's kind of a large space, but the main portion, obviously surrounding the bar, is the spot where it's a vibe. And it's a spot where you're gonna find, and actually, they're actually advertising it as martinis and cocktails. I always thought about it as like the whiskey bar, right? On the rocks, but anyway, love this spot. There's a few things that happen here. One is they have a lot of shows here. So it's a great spot for music, or depending on your sailing, you might have the Charmer's Lounge with the Magician of the Happenings cast. But lots of entertainment happening here, and this bar can be really fun depending on what kind of music is playing. All right, let's take a look at the menu because we all want to know, right? Like, what are our options? What kind of martinis and cocktails? And what kind of prices are we looking at? It's gonna be like story time. Now, like 9 different cocktails here, all kinds of cocktails. And don't forget, you can always ask the bartender, since drinks are made to order, you can always ask them to like make some kind of change or start with a cocktail and then have them develop and create something else for your palate. So here's the reason why I always thought of this place as a whiskey spot. I mean, look at all of these options, and also look at JC working really hard for you guys. The whiskey selection here is solid, and you can get all kinds of price points of whiskey. So especially if you want to try a lot of different things, it's kind of a really great spot for that. And here's Christine's section at the back. We got a nice little selection of different kinds of bubbles, right? These are different than what you see just at the bar next door at Sip. Moet's available at every bar. And then we got a nice little selection of other kinds of rosés, whites, and reds.
Before we head over to my favorite bar, if you're getting some value out of this video, cheers that like button, consider subscribing. I'm here for you with the most helpful content, and my travel agent is here for you with the best deal out there. There's no reason not to be a smart traveler and just quickly price compare with us. I just got a text message from one of you guys, and we repriced you and saved you, literally given you were a rock star, thousands on your sailing. So thank you so much for that grant. I appreciate you messaging me. Be a smart traveler. Check the info in the description. Even if you're already booked, we can make sure you're getting the best deal out there. All right, let's go over to my favorite bar.
Welcome to Sip. This is my most favorite bar on the ship. Why? They have a fantastic champagne menu, but this is a lounge that you'll come to a lot and for a lot of different reasons. But let's start with where it's located. This is actually on deck 7, so the main deck that you're probably going to be on the most, and it's at the front of the ship. And there are a few different areas of Sip. It's quite a large space, but there's a lot of different things that happen here, so let's talk about that.
Let's talk about it.
Yo, I'm all the way over here. Why am I over here? Because this is actually where a lot of the bands set up at. You'll find a lot of mellow music happening in this space, and it's a great one to sit in any of the lounge seats, enjoy yourself. They obviously have crew coming around where you can order drinks, but they have a lot of live music that happens here, but there's something else that happens, and on sea days only. And that's high tea at sea. High tea at sea is really nice. It's an additional item. There aren't very many additional items. Doing it without the high tea is great, but you can pay an additional amount to do a high tea, whether with or without champagne, or even an option with whiskey as well is a new thing. But they have that on sea days during your voyage. But you can also come here, and there are some food items that most people miss because there is a really great cocktail menu. So we will go through all of that. One of my favorite things about this space is how many different options there are for seating. Whether you're just with one other person, you're completely alone, maybe sitting at the bar. I love sitting at the bar here because it's a pass-through space with a lot of people walking through. It's a great space to just connect with people if that is something you want to do. Or there's lots of areas where you can sit with a lot of people. So you have all kinds of options at Sip. All right, let's go through the menu together. And the first thing you'll see is all of the cocktails. We got all kinds of cocktails, and you'll see some of them are a bit of a higher price point. You'll also see that on the wines as well. They just offer nicer things in this bar. But you know, like this one, for example, that's $19 is a little bit more expensive because it has Moet in it. So that's what's driving that price point. But this is the food I was talking about. You have an option for caviar. This is something a lot of people ask, like what are some nice luxury items I can add while I'm sailing? And getting caviar at SIP is definitely an option. This is the reason why I love this bar so much. And I have a podcast episode about doing a side-by-side tasting of different kinds of sparkling, because this is a spot where you can get something like Dom Perignon by the glass. It's very rare to see that at restaurants. So that's a really fun option. I did a side-by-side of Dom, Veuve, and Moet. So that was really nice. But newer to Virgin Voyages is offering Veuve Clicquot. So that's an option here as well. But you got all kinds of wines by the glass, and a lot of them are very well priced at that $9 and $11 price point. And then you also have options for cognac and whiskey, and then obviously beer is available at this bar as well. Don't forget, you can always, like for example, if you want a different beer, go to Draught Haus and then bring it over here. This is actually really important. This is something that a lot of new cruisers don't understand. They think like a normal restaurant, right? If you buy a drink in that restaurant, you can't carry it out to the restaurant next door and start drinking it. It's totally different on a cruise. If there's a drink you want at one bar, go get it. Bring it anywhere on the ship and enjoy it, right? You can bring your drink into the restaurant. You can bring a drink from SIP into On the Rocks. You can bring it all around and enjoy what you want and find what you want at the bar of your choice.
The Dock and the Dock House. This is an amazing place to get tapas, but also it's another bar to hang out at. And they're both totally different experiences. So let's walk through both. Where is the Dock and Dock House located? We all the way to the back. Head back to the back of the ship. We're on deck 7, all the way aft. And this is an experience that's both indoor and outdoor. So the dock is different than the dock house. The dock house is where I'm at right now. We're in the indoor space. And there's a lot of things that happen in this space. There's always live music that's happening throughout. They always have a Latin band that's performing, whether mellow or more upbeat music. These are all options that happen at the dock house. This is a spot where you can see I'm dressed for Scarlet Night tonight. On Scarlet Night, this tends to be the more mellow area if you don't want to be in amongst the party, which everyone thinks Virgin Voyages is a party, and it does not have to be. You can be back here at the dock and the dock house. And so in this space here, lots of places to sit, raise the flag to let the crew know that you're ready to order something, but this is your spot. The dock, the shrimp, amazing. Let's head outside and I'll show you what's out there.
All right, welcome to the dock. This is outside, right? You're still on deck 7. You've walked through the dock house. You've walked past Juice Sea. Very difficult for people to find that spot. And you have the same menu as the dock house as the dock. But back here, you got a couple options of things that you can enjoy. One of the top things to enjoy out here is the sail away. It's a beautiful place to be, especially during sunset or as you're sailing away from port. It's just really pretty views because you got the wake behind you. And one thing to note is make sure you're looking at the entertainment lineup. This is a great place to hang out at during when there's music, whether a DJ playing or sometimes they'll put the Latin band out here or just whatever music they have on board. Normally a chill set of music, just really good vibes. The second thing to look out for, come out here during the times in which they are serving food, whether it's OPA hour or just the normal dock house menu. Great place to have tapas, enjoy yourself, plus the view. One thing to note is there's lots of different kinds of options of seating. A lot of people love the day beds that are here. Not something you reserve, not something that's, you have to sign up for. Just show up and enjoy yourself. They have the nice shade, especially if it's a hot day like today. And one thing a lot of people ask is, oh, is it okay if I wear a bathing suit out there? Of course. Great place to wear a bathing suit, get some sun. They do provide towels all around so you can lay out. Or you can sit in the seats I'm in right now, or you can enjoy yourself there's tables, there's lots of different spots to hang out at all around the dock. There is a bar area, so you can go up to the bar, or you can just hang out in the seats, raise the flag for service to let them know that you want someone to come around and order your drinks or order your food. Really awesome spots to sit with some of the shade and hang out, and when they have DJs playing, it'll be over here. And you can hear the music throughout the entire space, but you can pick however you want to sit. It is important to note that some of the outside seats don't have shade, so depending on what time you're coming out here at, it can get a little hot, but this is a great place to come, especially if you have a book. Come hang out and read for a while.
Before I show you the Draught Haus menu, there's something that's really important that I need to show you so that you can navigate these bars and their hours. By the way, this video is sponsored by nobody. So cheers the like button and book your sailing with us. Let's look at the app. You have the option under Discover to look at all the different ship spaces and see the bars and clubs. So for example, before we go look at the Draught Haus menu, we're gonna look at the hours and you can see, right, for your sailing, what day and what times they are open with more information in here for you. But you're able to find this for all the different bars and obviously restaurants and shops all over the ship. You can find that here in the app available to you.
All right, let's talk about the menu at the dock. And the dock and the Draught Haus menu are the same menu. It's a shared menu. There's a couple fun things that are on this, but on the first page we got cocktails, and you can see price point wise anywhere from $11 to $13. Something a lot of people enjoy, especially if you have a group or you just like to drink sangria. So you got options for carafes or a glass of sangria. That's fun. But you got really nice price points anywhere from $9 to $13. Or actually $15. Moet obviously available at every single bar. But here's something that you should definitely enjoy when you're at the dock and Draught Haus, which is spritzers. They have all kinds of spritzers available. You can also do an entire bucket, right? Lots of bucket options. And then this is something that confuses a lot of people. Between the dock and the Draught Haus is Juicy. It's tucked away and hidden, but you have all the different cold pressed juices and all the different kinds of healthy shots available there. This is why I tell people that my mom was able to run up one heck of a bar tab on just juices. So these price points are what you're looking at for juice. Then you have all kinds of beer, right? You can do the buckets of beer to save just a couple bucks over there. And then you also have, and this is nice because a lot of people like to hang out here for a long time, is you have half bottles. You have half bottles of alcohol if you want that as a choice. You can keep it non-alcoholic. They also have all kinds of coffees and teas as well. But this is the Draught Haus.
All right. Welcome to the Liz Cannon. This is a spot that a lot of people don't know exists because it's kind of in a weird place. I mean, social club's kind of distracting, arcade's kind of distracting. Like, how are you supposed to know it's here when it's kind of hidden away? But this spot is actually kind of cool for a couple of reasons. One is you can get scorpion bowls here. They do super fun cocktails that you can share with your friends, and they also have this fun octopus thingy where you can do shots off of that as well. But the other thing is, like, this is your spot for the Rum Runners Club when they're doing it. They always do fun cocktail things on Virgin Voyages. But you can get all kinds of like casual style cocktails, fun rum cocktails at Loose Cannon. They have a jukebox here. This is a spot where, especially during Scarlet Night, you'll find all kinds of events happening here. Like if you brought your own cards or you want to grab a game from the social club, hang out in space a little bit more tucked away, obviously with the bar available to you. It's a really nice spot to come to. This is Loose Cannon.
This is what I was talking about with the Rum Explorers Club. But then you have these really fun things, right? The Serves 5, they have their own set of cocktails. You can see what these price points are like, 11 and 13 here. Under wines, it's important to know you're not gonna come here to get a nice champagne flute. So this is your spot to do something a little bit more casual, but they still have a nice offering here. You want the nice champagne class, you head over to Sip, right? Option for beer as well. And right now, actually this is important. So right now you don't see a lot of chairs here. Normally they will set up chairs all around to be like a more literal bar style environment. Obviously you have more seating options here. You have the booths that are a little bit more private and are quite nice. And I love some of the decor in here. It's really fun. They do have a bell. I thought it'd be really funny to ring that bell. It is quite loud, to be totally honest. But they have the bell, and one secret thing that's in here that not a lot of people notice is this thing over here, which is they have like this where you can like, write notes and things like that. It's, to be totally honest, a lot of drunk people write in here, so if you're drunk too, it's kind of fun to read through it. I highly recommend to a friend. But nice options for seating, a little tucked away bar. Right now, before Scarlet Night starts tonight, you can see that the jukebox is not yet on. but they are open and ready to serve you whatever you want from the menu.
Wait, hold on. Before you run out of Loose Cannon, don't miss the Social Club Bar. A lot of people don't realize that the Social Club Bar has some fun drinks, and I don't blame you. I mean, the wings are delicious, the desserts are delicious, there's lots of other distracting things over there, but one thing that is over there are floats. So the floats here are alcoholic or non-alcoholic, and you choose, and it has either a sorbet or an ice cream base, and then you're choosing your soda that goes on top of it, and then if you're choosing to go the boozy route, then you have the option for alcoholic floats. The Social Club also has some beers and other items over there, but one you don't want to miss, especially if you want to hang out for some of the events that are held in this space, or if you're watching some sports. Draught Haus. Welcome to Draught Haus. We are on the 7th deck, right at the roundabout. A lot of people miss this spot because I don't blame you. Get distracted by the ice cream spot right behind us. Draught Haus is the spot to go to for beer. And this is a top complaint a lot of people have about Virgin Voyages is there's not enough beer options. You get buckets of beer all over the ship. We'll talk about that, especially at the outside bars. But this is your spot to go to for unique beers, especially things like Omega. They're doing a collab with Virgin, and there's a specific beer served here only that you can get, which is actually quite delicious. I did try it on my last sailing, but this is your spot to come to for all things beer, but they do have a full bar as well. And the other thing, what happens here, right? Yes, this is your spot for beers, for cocktails, for other things. Also a great spot to grab a drink before your Scarlet night at the roundabout. But the other thing is there's lots of events that happen here. Right now, wrapping up is one of the artist events. There's a lot of artist events that happen here. The seahorse racing happens here. There's just a lot of fun stuff, but it's also a great spot, especially if you want a quiet place around the ship to just enjoy seating. And there's a couch in the back, and I like to sit here when the bars close, but the pizza place is open.
Ooh, look at this nice little infographic. I actually used to be a really big beer drinker. I know you're not going to believe that at all, but they have tons of beers on tap. I know not everyone likes to drink out of the can. Some people only like to drink out of the can. Some people want to drink out of the bottle. You got tons of options, but go big or go home. That's another option available to you. And then on the inside, but you can see these price points are generally around $7, $8, with some of them being around 11, and then these special ones around 15. But there's a nice set of options here. Some of these seltzers that are available, which will be kind of quick to grab and go. But the wine in the can is something else you can kind of grab and go. But one thing a lot of people ask for is value. So these beer buckets are where it's at, and it's available beyond just here. And then obviously there's more, right? It's not just beer. They also have other options. And then they have, all kinds of just straight shooters. This is your spot to come grab and go. Did you know that it is scientifically unproven that if you book your sailing with us, you will not get a hangover on Virgin Voyages, especially if you only drink mocktails while you're here? Book your sailing with us. Get the best deal that's out there. I'm here for you with the helpful content. We beat the deal on the ship. We beat the deal versus booking direct. Actually, fun fact, I'm a travel agent and I don't book my own sailings because JC, because he's top 10, gets a way better deal than I do. So make sure you price compare with us even if you've already booked your sailing. All right, let's head over to some outside bars because we got more for you. Welcome to the Aquatic Club Bar. Where are we right now? We're all the way at the back of the ship and all the way up. We're on deck 16 right now. Throws a lot of people off on how to get here. It's usually most easy to go through the galley all the way to the back and then up the stairs. That's probably the easiest way to find it. But this spot is known for what? It's known for the pajama party. On every single sailing, first night of your sailing, it's a pajama party. Don't forget, Brilliant Lady will have something reimagined, but this is the spot where the pajama party is held. You have a few options of what's available to you here, so let's talk about it. At the Athletic Club, this is a great place to just hang out and chill. You got a lot of different options here. Whether you want to hang out and brave the triple net, personally, I think it's quite uncomfortable, but you got to try it once. It's fun to head out to the triple net. But you have lots of different day beds. And as we go through the menu, you'll see there's options to just spend the whole day here and enjoy the views. but there's lots of different options of where you can sit, but there's also more table-like seats, especially if you want to rather sit at the bar or sit at one of those tables and watch sports while you're out here. The other thing that's here are 2 hot tubs. There's a hot tub on either side of the athletic club. You can come here, grab a towel, put on your bathing suit, and come hang out in one of the hot tubs. All right, let's go through the menu, yeah? Ready? First, we got different kinds of cocktails up here. Everything from $9 to $13 for cocktails. Oh, that's nice. They even indicate which ones are low alcohol or no alcohol, right? So for example, this one, we got agave, non-alcoholic spirit, green juice, ooh, basil, agave, lime, grapefruit tonic. Wow. All right, that sounds maybe too healthy for me. Frozen items, we got all kinds of Kelvin Slush Company frozen items. That's fun. And remember I was saying like you can chill for a while. So you got the half bottle options for different kinds of full bottles of alcohol. And then they have this section over here, which is, oh, that's fun. It's almost like Sip and Savor, but it's a version of it in which they're telling you like which kinds of cocktails you might like. That's fun. What else we got in here? We got different kinds of beers. We got all kinds of beers. Oh, that's actually a nice list. You even have the Heineken Zero. And then different kinds of spritzes are available. And there's always that option, right? For beer buckets or the Aperol Spritz bucket. That's nice. We also have cocktails to go. This is really easy, especially during pajama party because it gets kind of busy. But you also have different kinds of healthy drinks. So they got the kombucha. We got the unrooted mighty ginger. These are looking at $5 to $9. And then you got different kinds of wine available to you as well. We got 3 bars out here, and on the top deck is one that actually threw me off. We got the Sun Club Bar, and it's called the Sun Club because we are on the Sun deck. This is deck 16. They call it forward, I'm gonna call it forward mid-ish, but the Sun Club Bar, you have a lot of different frozen cocktails and cocktails. And then right below it is where you're gonna find Gym and Tonic. Gym and Tonic is really fun because it has the whole mentality that Virgin Voyages has about detoxing and retoxing. So whether you are recovering from a night out or you're recovering from the gym, right? The gym is right over here on deck 15. You can head over here for smoothies. They have add-ons as well, healthy add-ons for the smoothies. And then the other thing they have is a full bar. So all kinds of cocktails, frozen slushies, all the things. But Gym and Tonic is what's on deck 15, and right above it is the Sun Club. Looking at the Gym and Tonic menu, we got wines by the glass, and we also have tons of different options for beer as well. And then they got the canned spritz. But the whole Gym and Tonic thing, right? It's all about all these different options for smoothies. You got different kinds of smoothies with the add-ons. And then they also have cold pressed juices that's coming from Juicy. And then they also have all kinds of fun cocktails. And one thing to note on the cocktails is they also have, right, the non-alcoholic options as well. There's tons of mocktails all over the ship. So no matter what you're looking for to recover, you got it here at Gym and Tonic. All right, we got the main pool bar, which is the Aquatic Club Bar, and that's on deck 15, what I'm gonna call forward-ish. And so the main bar that's here is one that you'll head over to, especially if you're spending a lot of time at the pool. And here you'll have a lot of the crew walking around serving you, but you can head up to the bar to get all kinds of slushies and cocktails, but also tons of beers and other options. So let's take a look at the menu. All these fun options for different kinds of frozen cocktails, and they even have a booze-free daiquiri available as well. And then there's all kinds of mixed drinks, and you can even get them as carafes. That's quite fun. I know plenty of sailors spend entire days out on the pool deck. And then you have all kinds of fun, 2-ounce pours of different sun sippers. You got rum drinks as well. And then you have all of your different beer options. And don't forget, this is another place where you can do the beer bucket. On the back side is where you got bubbly, all kinds of it. And you can do it by the glass or by the bottle. And they also have white wine, rosé, and red. You got a whole selection of wines that you can do here as well.
If you're wondering how to get some free drinks while you're on Virgin Voyages, then head over to the casino bar, because while you're actively gambling, you'll have your drinks included. The casino bar has its own set of fun cocktails, etc., but there's a full bar available to you. You're going to find this on deck 6. You'll enter the casino through kind of like the mid portion of the ship, and that's where the bar area is located going into the casino. Obviously the Manor is here as well, but the casino area and the casino bar is one where while you're actively gambling, grab some free drinks. All right, since we're in the casino, let's go ahead and head into the Manor and let's check out the Manor Bar. The Manor Bar has both the downstairs bar area and the upstairs bar area. There is crew generally walking around taking orders. It just depends on the event and also depends on how busy it is. Especially if you're coming here during the nightlife section of your voyage, you're going to have this full menu that does include bottle service options, but they have their own set of cocktails, their own set of different kinds of wines, beers, full bar, all the things. If you're getting to the end of this video and you're like, wait a minute, is that all the bars that are out there? Aren't there more drinking establishments? Yes, you can drink at Grounds Club. Yes, you can drink. There are more places to drink at, but I really wanted to take you through the main bars on Virgin Voyages. I feel like it's taken me forever to do this, but there's one that I haven't shown you yet. Come join me in the Richard's Rooftop video. I'll go through what that experience is like if you're a rock star on Virgin Voyages. It really is fun, especially for just the social hour during Richard's sunset hour. But I'm Christine Lozada. Book your sailing with us. I know a lot of you are very smart travelers who've been on Virgin Voyages before. Come join me in the comments and give your helpful tips. Tell me what your favorite drink is. It's time for me to, I'm starving. I'm gonna go to dinner. I've been working hard for you guys. Don't forget, there's that whole video that is all the helpful tips about what to know about drinks on Virgin Voyages, blog posts below, and more. See you in the next one. Ciao.
Hi, how are you? You don't have to pay attention to me. I'm just standing around. Welcome to SIP, a spot you'll definitely find because as you can see, this is a pass-through space. Hi, friends. Oh, you're fine. You're in the video though. Hi. Oh yeah. Oh, it's way over there. Don't worry, I got a microphone going. It's all good. Okay, see you later. Love you, bye. No, can you hold this? It's already going. Just point it at me. I don't know how I feel about talking to the camera at the same time. Cool, thank you. Yeah.